Hello everyone and welcome back to another tutorial. I'm May and this is Fashion with May, and on today's tutorial we're going to learn how to make this trendy stylish top. If that sounds like something you're interested in learning, keep on watching and let us get straight into it. So for this tutorial we're going to make use of this fabric. This is a scrap fabric and it's not even up to a yard, but basically this is what we're going to use for the purpose of the tutorial. But if you're working with this, you want to have at least 1 to 1.5 yards of fabric depending on the size you're working on. So I have my fabric placed on fold and we're cutting the front and the back pieces together. So I'm going to mark the full length of the top. Depending on your desired length, you want to go ahead to mark that. I'm using 24 inches, but I'm going to go ahead to make it 24.5 inches for the folding allowance at the bottom. So after I go ahead to mark the full length, I'm going to go ahead to mark the shoulder to underbust. For me that is 14 inches, and then I'm going to mark my shoulder to waist as well. I'm going to go ahead now to rule a straight line across at the top, and then we're going to start imputing our shoulder measurements. Now I'm going to mark my shoulder measurements divided by 2, and I'm going to mark it on this point here. I added 1 inch to my shoulder measurement before dividing it. So my shoulder measurement is 15 inches. I added 1 inch to make it 16 and I divided that into 2. Now on this point here, I'm going to mark my original armhole depth, which is 7.5 inches, and I'm going to rule everything out. Next, we want to go ahead to mark the body measurement. I used my hip measurement divided by 4, but you want to go ahead to use either your bust measurement times 2 or your hip measurement times 2, because the wider it is, the more the gathers effect at the waist area is going to come out, and that is going to bring out the beauty of the top. Like I said, I was working with a scrap fabric, and that is why I had to use my hip measurement divided by 4, because as you can see here, my hip measurement divided by 4 is already taking up the entire fabric here, so that is why I had to use that. So if you're making this, you want to use enough fabric so that the smoky effect comes out looking really good. So now I'm just marking this here, and I'm going to go ahead to just take it straight down, so the top all the way to the bottom, but using the same measurement. Now I'm just going to curve out the armhole area here like this. For the neckline, I'm going to mark 3 inches width, and then for the depth I used 3.5 inches. After marking this out, we want to go ahead to curve them, to connect them to meet each other. Next, we're going to slant our shoulder slope from the neckline area down to the armhole area at the shoulder area here. Next, because the front and the back pieces are here together, we're going to come down for the back by 1 inch. You can do 1 inch, you can do 1.5 inch, depending on what you're comfortable with. But you want to make this wide enough for your head to pass through, because there's no zipper at the back. So now I'm going to cut this out. I'm starting off with the back piece first, and then we're going to go ahead to take out the back piece and then cut out the front piece. You can see that I'm leaving 1/2 inch seam allowance at the shoulder area, and then I'm just opening up this part here because this part here is on fold, after which we're going to proceed to cut out the remaining parts of this top. After cutting this out, we want to go ahead to take note of where our underbust and our waistline is going to sit, and then we're going to create a notch at those points. So at the underbust area, I created a notch, and on the waistline area, I also created a notch there. So the purpose of this notch we just created is just so that we know where to start our smoky effect from and where to stop. So you can also go ahead to rule a straight line across those 2 points, just so when you're sewing this, you're not confused about where to start and where to stop. Moving on, we're going to take out the back piece and then we're going to cut out our front piece. Now we want to go ahead to cut out lining pieces for the front as well as the back. I have my running fabric unfold and I'm going to place my front piece like this down, and then we're just going to cut this out. This is going to serve as the lining piece for the front. We're going to repeat the same process for the back so that we can have one piece for the front and then one piece for the back. After cutting out the lining piece, we want to go ahead to cut out our sleeves. So I'm going to place my tape around the armhole area here like this, and what I have is 10.5 inches. You also want to take note that we took out half an inch at the top for the joining allowance, so what we have in total minus that half inch is 10 inches. So that is what we're going to use to cut out our sleeves. Now, depending on how long or short you want your sleeve to be, you want to go ahead to place your tape and mark it out. I'm using 9 inches because I want this to be a bit long, so that when I add the elastic to the lower part and then push it up, it creates this puffy effect, and that is why I'm using 9 inches. So I added half an inch there, and it's what we have now is 9.5 inches. So I'm just going to mark that 9.5 inches, and then we're just going to curve this out to create our sleeves rather. So I'm going to come down from this point here by 10 inches for the cap height, and then we're just going to connect this all the way down. Very simple. After covering this out, I placed my tape along this point here just to make sure what I have there is the 10 inches that I need, and then I just took this straight down, and we're going to go ahead now to cut it out. After cutting this out, we're going to go ahead to use this to cut out the second piece. Because of the scrap fabric, we can't cut the two together, so I'm going to do that, and we're going to proceed to start sewing. So now we have all our fabric pieces cut out. We want to go ahead now to start sewing. So to start off, we're going to start with the main bodice. I have this placed right sides facing each other with the lining, and we're going to stitch this along the neckline area. This is the back piece, but we're going to repeat the same process for the front piece as well. So after sewing the neckline area for the front and the back, we want to start smoking the waist area, and this is the thread we're going to work with. This is an elastic thread. You can see the stretch on the thread. We're going to use this for the lower part on the bobbin casing here, and then we're going to use our regular thread for the top part here. Now we want to go ahead to reel the elastic thread to you can do whichever method the bobbin for you. So I'm going to we just want to roll it all the way around to get what we need, or you can just reel it the normal reeling method, whichever works for you. Some persons like to do this method here. After reeling this, we want to put this in the machine to start sewing. So now that we have our thread ready, we want to go ahead to start sewing this. So from this top part here, we're going to sew. If you look closely, you see that I have my lines ruled out, so I see this clearly and I know where I'm starting from. So all you need to do is just start sewing this all the way to the very end, and you can see that the fabric has started gathering themselves because of the elastic thread that is under. So you want to make sure you're not sewing this with the tightest stitch but the free stitch, so that this is going to sew very easily and stress free. So I'm just going to continue the same process. You can see what we have after sewing the first one. I'm going to cut this and I'm going to do another stitch line for you to see. So this is what I mean. When you're sewing this on this point here, you don't want to take it up. You want to leave it at the bottom part where it's free and it's going to sew very easily. So I'm going to continue sewing. I'm sewing the second line till we get to the bottom of the line. This is basically what we're going to continue this process and then come back to show you what the final result looks like. So after sewing this all the way down to the waistline area, this is what we have. you can see what it looks like. You can see how the smoky effect looks, and like I explained earlier, if you had enough fabric, the effect would look a lot more beautiful. Now we want to proceed to join the shoulders together. I'm going to bring the back piece and we're going to place them right sides facing each other. So for this, we're going to hold them like this at the shoulder area, and then I'm going to use the lining piece here to just overlap to this point here. If you don't understand this, you can just rewatch it and you see it's very easy. And then you just hold everything together and then stitch it down. So I'm going to stitch this down by that 1/2 inch seam allowance we left out. After sewing down the shoulders, we're going to go ahead to do the same thing for the opposite side here, so that we can go ahead to attach our sleeves before closing the sides. Now for the sleeves, what we want to do is fold the bottom part like this. So I'm just going to fold it twice and then we're going to stitch it all the way down. I'm going to take this to the machine and stitch the both of them, and then we're going to bring it back to attach to the top. After folding the bottom part, we want to attach our elastic to this point here. So I'm just going to stretch the elastic out and we're going to stitch this all the way to the very end so that we get that fluffy bubbly effect that we need for our sleeve. So I'm going to stitch this all the way down and we're going to repeat the same process for the opposite side of the sleeve. After sewing, this is what it looks like. You can see the effect it gave the sleeve, the bottom part of the sleeve. Now what we want to do is attach this to the main top, and I created a notch at the midpoint of my sleeve. We're going to match it up with the joining for the main bodies. So I'm just going to hold them together like this, and then we're going to pin it at that point. After pinning this in place, we're going to hold this part of the sleeve with the main bodies at the side. This is going to be our starting point. So we're going to hold it together like this, and we're just going to start stitching this all the way to the other side. So just watch closely and you understand what we're doing here. We're done joining this side of the sleeve. What we want to do now is hold the sleeves together. So we're going to close up the sides following the sleeves, connecting this all the way down to the bodies. So I'm going to fold this right sides facing each other, and then from this point we're going to stitch it down. I'm going to hold this equally, making sure that the joinings around the armhole area are matching up with each other, and then we're just going to stitch it from that point all the way down to the bodies of the top. So I'm done joining the sides. This is what we have. I'm going to flip this over to the right side so you see this clearly, so you can see what the outer part is looking like. Now we are going to repeat the same process on this point here. We're done joining both sides of the top, and this is what we have. You can see that the both sides are covered. Now to finish up the top, we're just going to fold the bottom part. You can either overlock the bottom part or you can fold it in. I'm just going to fold mine for this particular video, but you can do whichever you prefer. So I'm going to fold this down and we're going to stitch it all the way around. When we're done stitching this all the way around, I'm going to come back to show you guys the final results. So guys, this is the final result of the top. This is how it came out. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and if you enjoyed watching this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed already to the channel, and I will see you guys on my next one. Bye guys.